Coming up next on YoTV, we have a protest in Berkeley that we covered. Yes, and an international school in the Bay Area. So stick around.
Oh boy, yeah, we YoTV, we back here.
Youth culture, youth voices, youth power, coming at you.
What's happening? We YoTV out here.
Before we go any further, I have to big up the magazine. Start looking.
Youth Outlook, chronicle of young people's lives in the Bay Area.
Known all over the Bay and beyond.
Got a lot of good stuff for you this time.
Yo, what is going on, YoTV? I am Donnie.
I'm Ming.
Yes, and we are in Chinatown.
It's a beautiful day.
Amazing day. The pigeons are out in full force.
All right. Next up for you, we have a clip from Oakland about a school that teaches kids how to speak English and all that jazz. So check it out.
Next on YoTV.
We have about 100 students, and they come from, I think, 18 or 19 countries, and last time I counted, 23 language groups. About a little over half are Latino, predominantly Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua. We have about 10% who are African, about 30% Asian, the rest others, Arab or Central Asian or European.
My name's T. Bowie, and I teach 9th grade world history and a little bit of art here. I taught in a regular public high school with mostly kids who spoke perfect English. There were maybe 2 or 3 English language learners in like all 5 of my classes, and you know, it was really sad, but I didn't pay them any attention because I had so many other things to deal with, and the way to teach them was so different from the way to teach kids for whom English wasn't a problem. So here, my job is to deal with the English language acquisition. Your English is getting really good and you're really focusing in history class. So this is the kind of work I'm expecting you to do. And a 17 out of 20, that's like a B, which feels pretty good, right? You didn't think you could do that before, right? So one of the nice things about working with international students is that they come with an international worldview. So it's nice to work with maps at the beginning of the year when kids don't have as much English to explain, because they can point to their country and they can show each other the countries that they come from. One of my big challenges is I can't use the world history textbook provided by the state. They're pretty good textbooks, but our kids can't read them. So I spent a lot of time trying to find ways to convey the information that's not just me lecturing to them. Because we have so many students from Mexico, and because I had some students saying, well, why are we studying the revolution in China? Why not the Mexican Revolution? I decided to do that next.
When was the Mexican Revolution? Who was Porfirio Diaz? Porfirio Diaz.
很好啊，一说哪里不懂的啊，都可以问他们了。很多是不会的啊，甚至是不是他们教的那科也可以去问的。
In Africa, we go to school, but it's money to pay the school fee. It's money, that's what. And we came here in America just to come back and go to school. After we finish school, then we can go back. I can go back to my country. If I don't want to go to my country, I can stay in America here and send some money for my family that back.
Newcomers, teenagers, they leave everything behind. What do? They come here with a small briefcase of their culture. They put it in a closet. Sometimes they open, they take the best, the positive stuff, otherwise they don't open that. How they learn, how they acquainted with all aspects of this society if they don't speak the language? When I was reading about this Oakland International High School, I am proud of this kind of an institute, and they will be able to get into college.
And they're going to have to speak English. pupil for the first time?
I think it's hard, like for my son, the first year when I got him here in the United States, the first year was kind of hard for him, you know, because of the language problem. He was kind of struggling a little bit at school, and I figured out that that was the reason why he was struggling a little bit. And I think it's good for him, you know, to relate with people from different countries. You know, he can learn from different cultures, you know. I think that's a good idea.
I'm going to present to you about my food in Africa. The S is for school. My first school was CB.
The school is nice. They are doing so great. Because the time they were in customer, they not used to do it. So I know you are doing good.
I signed up as a volunteer for refugee transitions and got matched with the Kenway family. It was difficult to get Beatrice and Samuel into the school because they're a little bit older. They've already had a few years of high school, and this is supposed to be really just 9th grade. But they showed some flexibility. The day that I got the signature saying that they could attend the school, I cried. I was so excited and so happy, and that's been proven to be justified really every day since.
All right, guys, we're right back. Commercial break. Meantime, check out newamericanmedia.org.
Next up, YoTV brings you to Berkeley.
Where we had protesters and Marine recruiters come head to head. So
Yep.
check it out.
Right on the UC Berkeley campus. Check it out.
I'm here to show my support for the troops, but at the same time show my support against the war. So, I don't support the war, but I do support the troops. I support the Marines. I love the fact that they're fighting for our freedom and for my right to enjoy these luxuries that I do day by day. I'm happy they are out there fighting for us and my family, but at the same time, I do not support Bush and I do not support the war.
I'm Aaron. This is my buddy Dan. We're here today to support our best friend Jason, who's in Iraq right now, getting ready to come back and go to Afghanistan. I've got two of my best friends from high school in Afghanistan right now too. We're here to show support for them and what they do for us.
And I'm here today. My son, I wanted my son to see the experience of how Berkeley really is. And I want, just want to show him how people get up and they stand for their, what they believe in and how they can do it peacefully.
USA! 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 USA!
Oh, I've seen all kind of stuff. There's been a couple fights on that side, this side. There's a couple middle school kids that were protesting the police. A couple kids got arrested, and I did witness the police take these children and throw them off their front steps. They arrested two 13-year-old girls, which to me kind of hit the heart because I have a little sister. And I couldn't imagine seeing my little sister be harassed by the police.
I've seen a lot of people show up. There's a lot of police out here, but basically everybody's calm. Everyone's, getting their word out, getting, what they want to say.
You got to find your troops somewhere. You got to give the guys a platform to come out and give them the start.
I don't believe anything's going to be resolved today. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to resolve this whole situation with the Marine recruiting station. I don't believe they should take out the Marine station because nobody is forcing anybody to sign up for the Marines. This is not a draft. If you want to go sign up for the Marines, you have the right to.
I know the Marines have to recruit. It's part of our national security and our well-being. The military's keeping us safe. But I guess they're just out. The Code Pink's out here to let people know that we don't want it here. Recruit maybe other places, but definitely keep it out of Berkeley.
I never went to the service. I went to college, and I support everybody that does that. That's their choice, and I'm doing my thing. They're doing theirs, and I support them 110%.
Because I think it's deadly. So I don't agree with the war now either. So, but I have to support the military just because it's, it's our government, United States of America, that's what we're here for, primarily. Berkeley second, the United States is first.
All right, we're going to commercial break. In the meantime, check out youthoutlook.org. All right, coming up next for you, we got a clip from Positive Minds Group in Oakland.
Yes, they talk about current events from politics, music, everything. They talk
Everything
about
you can think of.
anything you can think of. They talk about there. So check it out next on YOTV.
Hood is a whole set of ideas that was created in slavery to make the slave accept his condition.
They're making music to sell to our people that are actually damaging them.
They think that they can't make money if they don't exploit.
Remember why we're here. Why do we come to PMG? Yeah, y'all ready to have a good time? Yeah. All right. And feel inspired, get inspired, more inspired, gain knowledge and information, share knowledge and information. If so, you in one of the most blessed rooms in Oakland. The Positive Minds Group is an organization that was started probably 1990, maybe 1997. It was started by brothers who came out of the California Youth Authority who wanted to start a group where they could meet and chat amongst themselves about being outside, and then it was morphed into something much more or very different where it is right now. Just to fast forward you, we call it the most blessed room in Oakland. It has people that have gotten straight A's in school, mother and a father, to people who, again, are fresh out of YA for murder, fresh out of YA for selling drugs, to people in the middle. It's male, female. The ages range from probably 14 up to 60. The majority of the people in the room are probably between 17 and 25. We have a core group that comes, and then there's people around them. So every week it might be anywhere from 25 to 50 people. It all depends. In PMG, the whole point of it is self-transformation. And then to be amongst other people who also believe in self-transformation. Self-transformation is the consistent, constant growth of your mind, your body, your spirit.
Even if you come one time based on somebody trying to get you to come, Bayon has a way of hitting your soul, and he could connect what he's talking about to your life. So I know me personally, I connect everything he's saying to my life and how I want to better it. And I think that goes for everybody else. And at a point in time, everybody felt what he was saying to a certain point that they connected to their life, and they kept coming.
So we deal with the concepts of self-transformation in PMG. And as we deal with those three questions that deal with self-transformation, we basically talk about politics, religion, spirituality, history, culture, rap, hip-hop, R&B, whatever. We even might throw in some jazz. We do it rock and roll. We all over the place.
Can the album be compared to Illmatic? Yes, it can. Can the album be compared to Most Def, Black on Both Sides? Yes, it can, because Lupe Fiasco's the cool. If you listen to, yeah, I'm gonna take it that far. If you listen to it from front to back, it is a great album.
I've been coming to PMG since 2005. I was a senior in high school, and one of the things that first brought my attention to make me keep coming back was the African history that I was learning. That gave me a sense of self-pride and self-respect for my people and the history, because I wasn't really being taught that in school.
Hyphy is not what it means to be black. It's not what it means to be black even in Oakland. You have to go back before that. You have to go back to the Black Panther Party. But what we try to make clear in PMG is that being black does not equal being an again. And if you listen to our comedians, you listen to a lot of people, they interchange black again. And we say those are two separate mind states. So we try to strip black of that and bring it back to black meaning what my grandfather used to teach. You got to work twice as hard.
I'm 19. I'm from Oakland. I've been coming to PMG for about 3 years now. PMG gives me the tools to make it out here.
PMG is a phenomenal program. What stands out to me about it is the diversity of people that come to the program. Coming in here and seeing, just such a community of, babies all the way up to elders. And I think there are very few places where that kind of group can come together and really learn from one another and really push one another and love one another in the way that occurs here at PMG.
Right now, we're going to go to commercial break. While we're gone, you should check out thebeatwithin.org.
All right, yo, what's up? This is Chris. We have a new clip for you about the Youth Aid Transitional Task Force.
Yes, and what they do is they help young people with funding for housing and schooling because not every kid has the financial stability of their parents.
There's not enough support going out to transitional youth. We're neglected.
When I started, I was told, well, you'll get a group of people that are really concerned about transitional youth together. You know, maybe the group will meet quarterly and they'll come up with some solutions and recommendations for how the city can better serve transitional youth. You know, over the last year and a half, we've had, you know, like 80 meetings. There have been like 70 people involved, a group of 12 really dynamic young people, all under the age of 24, and we've come up with 16 recommendations that really focus on improving quality of services, improving coordination of the system, really establishing an infrastructure so that the city is accountable to this population. We know that young people just aren't ready to stand on their own and that they need support.
I grew up all over San Francisco. You know, I represent more the Nicaraguense side because my dad, when I was younger, he went to jail and stuff, and basically I think he got deported, but he's in Colombia now, and I basically ain't talked to him for a few years. The family culture that I grew up in were basically all women, so it was kind of hard to learn how to be a man and stuff, like in terms of the responsibility and needs and stuff like that I needed. Well, I mean, I grew up with different people in my family. My mom mainly, but then, you know, there was a time in her life where she had to fix her life before she could actually focus on me and my sister. So I moved with my godmother. Women in my family thought that you know, a man should be on their own at 21. So since I was out at 18, I was 3 years ahead of myself. When I had turned 18, I was basically, well, I thought I was set up to, you know, to be a productive, you know, young adult, but it didn't seem to turn out like that. You know, as I was getting older, it seemed to be getting harder for me in terms of financially and, you know, and being on my own and taking care of, you know, bills and stuff like that. And it was really tough for me, and I think that's where I kind of had a backlash, where I just kind of fell into this rebellious type thing where I would ignore my bills, stuff like that, and my debit and stuff like that, and checking account and all that good stuff that, you know, that life brings you and stuff to be happy or whatever. And it kind of, and that was kind of like my downfall to becoming homeless. I was living out of my car. You know, by then I was rolling. I was driving, you know, because I was working from Goodwill and stuff, but I was sleeping in there because I really didn't know. I didn't really have enough money to actually start off or have rent deposit and stuff like that or have good credit and stuff. So I really needed somebody to help me out, and that task force helped me out, and the city helped me out.
A lot of systems cut off services, and young people who may still be in systems are transitioned into adult systems that don't meet their needs.
When I turned 18, after I left Heritage High School, which was a residential treatment center because I had mental health issues, until I was about 20 years old, I stayed with my mom. The thing that kind of broke the straw that broke the camel's back with my mom was the fact that I was smoking in the house. You know, I shouldn't have been doing that. It's always the same thing, you know. It's always like the ups and the things are going normal, and then it's always the down period that lasts for like 6 to 8 months, and that's the diagnosis I have. I stayed there for 2 days because I told my case manager I pretty much broke down and cried and was getting angry. We're adults, you know. We're 18 years of age. We're 20. Some people were 25 at that time. You can only watch TV during certain hours. Wow, I'm 25 years old and I can't seem to watch TV at 11 o'clock at night. You know, this may seem kind of like irrational, but this is what housing's all about. This is what I feel in this kind of limited kind of section of my life, and I think it's a matter of being free. This place really, it's my home, you know. Just listen to how I say it. It's my home. I'll never forget my moving day. December 1st, 2006, I moved in, and I remember the first time I came in here, I was wondering what my room would be like. I heard stories of like, oh, you know, there's a microwave, there's a stove. I just couldn't imagine how it would be. And then I remember Kelly Cutler, who was like my
I guess my case manager at the time, she opened the door with the key card, and the key card wouldn't work. She kept doing it, and then I was like, oh no, come on, get it done. And all of a sudden she opens the door, and voila, just the doors open, and I saw the room, and it was like, oh my God, this is beautiful.
There's also a lot of systems, for example, the foster care system. The government took kids away from their families because they thought they could do a better job, and then at 18 they're just out on their own without the family support that a lot of young people have.
See you guys later. It's the end of the show. Hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah,
we had a good
fun.
time. Yes.
Exploring the city, Chinatown.
Starving right now.
Get some food.
Get some tasty. This looks good. Deluxe sushi platter.
Assorted appetizers.
While we're gone,
What
you
is
should
that?
check out youthOutlook.org. You should check out Yo Blogger. You should check
New
out
American Media.
NewAmericanMedia.org. Check them all out. We will see you next
week. Bye. From Paul and Cassie.
Ew, it's gross and slimy.
All right, Donnie's about to backflip over my ass. He's about to cartwheel over my body to do a commercial break. That was awesome. We're going to go to a quick commercial break right now, so be sure to check out yothoutlook.org. Yeah.